Yo, Zaytoven checking in. Check it out. Beat Basement, the championship. Come compete. Bring your A game. You know what I mean? It's going up. The Beat Basement, man. Beat Battle Championship. Yeah, it's going down. Zaytoven said that.
You are now listening to The Beat Basement, Season 6, Episode 10.
Reach out to them, just be like, hey, yo, I like your work, and, send them some beats and go from there. And that's how, honestly, like, all the artists I've worked with have just come through that.
Presents The Beat Basement, where you hear from your livest producers, all of them. And this is where it all goes down, where you hear the funky sounds, from the producers that's up and coming to Grammy Award winning, all of them. And I'm your host, Swish, and we going in. Everything going in. Well, on this episode, man, we got my dude, man, Ezra. He been putting it down, laying it down, making them funky sounds worldwide. So on this episode, we got my boy Ezra.
I appreciate you having me. It's good to see you again,
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me out here.
Thank you for being on the podcast, man.
Yeah, no, for sure.
How's your ride?
It's all right. It's a little bit far. I'm out from Maryland, so, it's about like 10 hours or so, but it was not too bad. It was worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Got a nice little hotel I'm staying at, so, yeah, it's nice. It was cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Not looking forward to the ride back, but, it's all right.
I know you're not. Shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking forward to the ride back over here again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Tried earlier, but, shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
For sure.
Yeah. So tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
So I started, I guess, with making music, in terms of music, I started making music back, I guess you could take it back to when I was like in elementary school. My mom had me doing like piano lessons for a year or so. And that's where I guess I got kind of introduced to music. I only did it for like a year or so, but, it kind of introduced me. And like 8th grade, I started rapping with my friends, and I was terrible, but, I was always just kind of into music a little bit. Rapping definitely wasn't for me, but, I did that for like a year or so, just kind of messing around, kind of taking it seriously, but eventually stopped that. I went to college, and I went to Towson University, and, I graduated from there with a business degree.
Where?
Towson University.
Towson.
Yeah. And that's where I kind of got into making beats, is in college. I was introduced into just like making beats and music, mostly making beats by a couple of friends who I just mutually knew through like high school and just other mutual acquaintances. And it was like Porter Bay and my friend Ryan Dale. And yeah, Ryan Dale was like a producer, and Porter Bay was like an artist, and they were, they still are very talented, and they kind of really got me into making music. I think like my sophomore year of college, and kind of like right away, I just fell in love with it, and yeah, I just kept kind of going with it ever since. I kind of fell in love with it like right away. I think it's because they were just kind of there, hype it, like just. I don't know, they were really into it at the time, just constantly doing it and just around, and it just motivated me to want to make a lot of music and stuff. So, yeah, from there I just fell in love with it and just been kind of doing it ever since. And yeah, I've just been branching out, working with a lot of different artists around the DMV, locally, reaching out on social media to artists and, other states, wherever, and I've been able to connect with a lot of really cool artists over the years, and I'm locked in with a lot of people right now, and just trying to branch out and reach out to other artists I believe in, and yeah, for sure.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. You gotta lock in, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the time to lock in. Shit.
For sure.
I usually like locking in right before the summer because it seemed like all the festivals and all the tours and then that's when all the all the artists are really ready to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Did you know when you was rapping that music would be like your love, like
You know what I'm saying? Other than your outside your girl, of course. I ain't gonna say your love like that. I know.
I really enjoyed it. I definitely didn't think it was gonna be like a career or anything like that. I was just kind of like enjoying it because I was young too. I was in like middle school, I really didn't think it would be like a career. Honestly, at the time I was just kind of like having fun, just messing around, and eventually I was just like, all right, this isn't for me right now. But yeah, once I started producing, it's just like when I got introduced to it in college is then when I really was just like, all right, yeah, I know I'm gonna do this. Like it kind of clicked with me within the first like 6 months. And I wasn't, I was decent, but not. I was making compared to now, they're like I was making shitty beats, But I just kind of knew, or something was just like in me where I just kind of knew it was just like meant to be. I don't know. So, yeah, that's when I kind of really knew it was when in college.
You just kept going, or
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, still now, just keep going. Yeah, I'm nowhere close to where I want to be with the music. I got a long way to go, but yeah.
yeah, you definitely see the growth, or
Yeah, 100%. I've definitely seen the growth. I've been able to lock in with a lot of dope artists. I've been, there's a lot of producers where like I'm like, I look up to them, and I've been, they've been bumping my music or bumping, like if I send melodies, I've had some producers who I listen to their beats and I'm like, damn.
I got y'all.
Yeah, I'm, like, damn.
I'm better than y'all shit.
No, not like that.
Nah.
I just mean like I send some melodies out to some producers that I kind of look up to, and they've kind of been like, all right, yeah, these are fire, these are hard. So I kind of have seen the growth, and like in a sense of that I know that what I'm doing right now is good. Like my beats and my melodies are like getting not co-signed, but like I'm having people where I see are, I look up to are being like, all right, yeah, your shit's hard. So, it definitely helps and goes a long way, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely, over the years just built with a lot of different artists. And I've definitely seen a lot of growth, but I got nowhere near where I want to be. I got a long way to go.
How do you get in touch with these artists around the DMV? How do you get
just
popping like that?
Just through social media. I mean, it's definitely the easiest way. Just sending out. I just look through Instagram, find artists that I like their music. I think, okay, my beats fit their style, and just reach out to them. Just be like, hey, I like your work, and send them some beats and go from there. And that's how, honestly, like all the artists I've worked with have just come through that. Aside from like the original artist, Porter Bay, who kind of got me into making music. We just kind of linked up right away, and we were just making music in person a lot. And I make music in person with a lot of artists over the years. Just a lot of most of them started through social media, for sure. For sure.
When did you fall in love with music?
I feel like I've always been in love with music, honestly. Again, my mom was even getting me back into it when I was in elementary school. I even remember like kind of vividly in middle school, I just like, we had the one class where we were doing garage band. You could actually make music. And I remember like I actually looked forward to going to school that week because I was just like,
for once,
I could just go make beats. And I didn't even put that together, until like the other month. I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I've always just loved music. Always just loved listening to it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, as far back as I can, my mom was always buying me CDs of just like, I don't know, I don't even remember, but yeah, I've been into music for a long time, for sure.
Did you pick up GarageBand once you started producing on your own, or?
No, I mean, I used Garage. The first thing I did was GarageBand. The freshman year of college, I was kind of just messing around with it a little bit. Not really like very seriously, just really just messing around.
Not really doing your tests or not really studying.
Not sending them out. No, definitely not. That was just kind of like messing around and kind of just like, it was just kind of really fun at the time. It still is, but sophomore year is when I started taking it seriously. I was about like 18, 19. Or like 19.
And what software
FL
software
Studio.
do you use now?
I use FL Studio. FL.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
100%.
How do you like it?
I mean, I love it. I've used like Logic. I'm trying to get into. I've been trying to get into engineering for a little while. So I've messed around with like Logic a little bit, but I mean, for as far as producing, FL Studio is really the only thing I've taken fully seriously, and I haven't really had a reason not to use it. It's very easy, you know. So yeah, no, I love FL for sure.
You mainly, what kind of beats do you make?
I like making melodic beats, kind of spacey. Like that's my thing that I really enjoy making. Especially recently, I've kind of gotten very picky with how I want to make my beats, and I just really kind of want to have, I don't know, I just really like making spacey melodic pads, you know, kind of things like that, reverse pads, things like that. I used to like, I still like making like guitar beats, you know. I'm just kind of getting a little bit sick of it, honestly. It's just kind of like, I don't know, just getting a little bit just repetitive for myself. So I'm experimenting a little bit more recently, just trying to find my own unique sound, which I think I've been doing. So yeah, I'm excited to get some of this music that's been coming together over these last couple months out. It's been a while since I've had something drop, so you know, I'm looking forward to having some new music come out.
Yeah. Producer project only, or
no, just some different artists around the DMV and other places. I know I have I have a song with an artist named Kai. He's out in DC. He's extremely talented. I have a lot of music with an artist, Mo Money Cam. He's an artist I'm like really locked in with right now. He's a really solid guy. He's someone I've definitely been building with a lot. And yeah, a lot of other songs too, a lot of unreleased, but hopefully some will start dropping soon here.
what's the vibe like out there in the DMV? What are they really on? Like that drill, or because I know drill music is really just taking over everywhere.
100%. Yeah, they've all gotten into drill. It's a lot of hot like trap music, kind of just like harder.
Yeah, getting repetitive to me.
Darker stuff. And yeah, it's cool. I don't like I like making dark beats, and I do still make a lot of darker beats, but I'm mostly again like doing the melodic beats, and that's why I like working with a lot of artists who can like kind of sing, or not, even if it's not fully singing, just kind of, you know, be able to do some melodies. But there's a lot of, you know, really hard rappers who I work with too in the DMV. But speaking on that, like I'm personally, me and my fiance have been recently talking about trying to maybe even move to Florida or somewhere down south, because that's my preference in terms of living, and in terms of hubs, and like with music, I really think Florida's turning into a hub. As everyone knows, and you know, Miami's it's just insane right now. Everyone's trying to get down there. I don't particularly want to go to Miami, but I think Tampa could be another city that could really start getting some traction, just because Miami's going to get so crowded. I think in my head, this is kind of what I'm thinking.
Right,
Miami's going to get real crowded, which it already is.
Right.
It's so expensive, so
Yeah.
everyone's trying to get to Florida. So I think Tampa could be a hub, and I'm in the process of I want to open a music studio. That's something I've really been working hard at over the last around 6 months or so, trying to formulate a business plan and get everything in line. And yeah, Florida seems like
what's the toughest part in creating or opening this music studio, do you think?
I probably haven't even went through the hardest part yet, but yeah, I as of so far, it's just been like
Location.
It's just been like getting the right plan, like just slowly developing everything. I feel like it's just the critical thinking is the hardest part, because it's just, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, recently we've thought about like moving. The thought about going to Florida is very recent, so that came into play after.
Florida's popping. I don't mean to cut you, but Florida is
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Originally, I was thinking I was going to do it in Maryland, the studio, right? So I was kind of formulating a game plan around that, and that's still a possibility. But right now, we're kind of set on going to Florida, so that's kind of switched things up a little bit, in a sense that I can't really like act on anything this exact second, because we're kind of planning on moving, you know, like next summer. So I'm just kind of just working on the game plan, getting everything together, and just kind of, yeah, I know I'll probably have a lot harder things to deal with once I actually get to opening the studio, getting the building and all that. So it's a long way to go, but it's all slowly coming together. It's going to happen for sure.
It's the cook up. Time for the cook up.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it.
Positive mind, positive vibes, equal positive life. Yeah, man. Just think positive. Just let all your thoughts of positivity and the way things can be better and go better and are better, let it take over your brain. Once that takes over your brain, it outweighs the negative thoughts. And then positive mind, make them vibes. The earth feel your vibration of positivity. It wants to give back to you. It gives you back a positive life. Everything you put out, you get back. So keep that positive going, man. Give them positive vibes, positive thoughts, so you can have a positive life. That's my word, y'all. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Peace.